5-300-2395 or stop in at 200 Glenrose Lane in Smyrna.
Hey, Middle Tennessee, it's Mark from the Safe House. Can I have your attention, please? I have an important announcement. Our president has a backbone. Thank you, President Trump. We sleep better knowing our country is protected. And speaking of protection, criminals laugh when you purchase a fake safe from a big box store. There's no better time than now than to visit the Safe House and see what a real safe looks like. Rebates now through the end of July on select brands. Our brands include Liberty, Fort Knox, and Browning. Drop by one of our locations or go to NashvilleSafehouse.com. And remember, we don't just sell safes, we sell peace of mind.
My wife and I enjoy going by Yard Sale Inc. We usually go to both locations, the one in Smyrna as well as the one in Murfreesboro. A lot of times on Saturday mornings we stop by, and their inventory changes weekly, so you never know what you're going to see, and it's mostly open box. The name fits it. It's exactly that. It's a yard sale. If you don't totally agree with the price, the staff is always friendly and nice and willing to work with you.
That's the Yard Sale store in Smyrna at 111 Enon Springs Road West, in Murfreesboro at 204 South Front Street, and online at bestdealintown.com.
When I say VFW, you probably have some visions of a smoke-filled bar with a bunch of old-timers eyeballing you. Well, the Stones River VFW is doing things different. No smoke-filled rooms, no turning prospective members away, and a strong emphasis on camaraderie and community. We believe in instilling our American values in our young people through numerous programs such as Voice of Democracy, Patriots Pen, Scout of the Year, and VFW Teacher of the Year. Stones River Post intends on becoming a driving force to help, aid, and assist wartime veterans. So if you're one of those veterans with a campaign medal and you want that sense of purpose that you've been missing, then give our recruiter, Andrew Farr, a call at 615-490-5715.
Hey, I'm Floyd, and I'm inviting you to join me at CR. That's Celebrate Recovery. We meet at Family Worship Center, 3045 Memorial Boulevard on Sunday at 6 p.m. We're a 12-step Christ-centered program that offers help for all the hurts, habits, and hang-ups that's causing you pain. The program works if you work it, and I'm proof. For other CR groups, go to CelebrateRecovery.com and click on the group finder. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, this is Allie Dowenhauer with Isaiah 117 House. Isaiah 117 House provides physical and emotional support for children awaiting foster care placement here in Rutherford County. We are changing the way foster care begins, and those kiddos are brought to our house to hang out and wait for a foster family, and they're given everything they need. We support foster children, DCS, and foster families here in Rutherford County. Visit us at www.isaiah117house.com or visit our Facebook page, Isaiah 117 House, Rutherford County.
This is Conversations with Mike Sparks.
Are you concerned with the state of America, your state, your community? Then you're in the right place. State Representative Mike Sparks. He and guests are here to talk about local politics, history, faith, and freedom.
You listen to the Conversation with Mike Sparks. I'm your host, Mike Sparks, and got a big show tonight. Got some food up in the house. Roger Thomas and Marty Luppin kind of hooked us up. Roger, why don't we, before we go into my caller who's on the line, tell us about what we got in the studio tonight and what big thing opened up on Front Street in Smyrna.
Oh yeah, Beans Brothers Barbecue opened up this Saturday, and they ran out of food at 6:30 last night.
Yep.
But they will be open Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Sundays from 11 to 3, and I think 10:30 to 3 Tuesdays and Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. I believe they're open up from 10:30 to 8. But Mike, I was going to get, and that's Bean Brothers Barbecue, and we got some barbecue in the studio today. Compliments of Mr. Marty Luffman. He hooked us up, so we got some at Beans Brothers Barbecue here, and I want to give a quick shout out, if I could.
Yeah.
My Aunt Dot Comer and her friend. Let me see what her friend's name is right here. You know, I don't even know him. Oh, Sheila Tilford. That's a first-time listener. She'll be listening to our show tonight, Miss Sheila Tilford. And my Aunt Dot Comer.
Yes, and your Aunt Dot is
96 years old,
96 years young.
Yeah, she always, every time I talk to her when I'm going to be on the radio, she'd say,
she grew
give me
up
a shout out.
Jefferson.
Oh, yeah. She knew Mr. Jefferson.
I mean, some of the things I'm learning here lately, it's like I'm in some type of a simulation or a matrix or something. Because case in point, Mr. Charles Jones, who we had on here a couple weeks ago, grew up at Old Jefferson. Remembers going down Jefferson Pike, which is now San Mateo Parkway, before Seward Air Force Base was even built. And then he said,
I know this story you're going to tell.
Oh man, it's so cool. He says his home at Old Jefferson was built from the wood from the first county courthouse. That used to be the county seat. A lot of people don't know the story of Old Jefferson, And I thought, part of me is like, is this guy making this up? You ever have those, like Marty? Sometimes you think Marty's making stuff up sometimes, but it's the truth.
It's the truth.
It's like, he started the first Smyrna Christmas parade. I just thought he was saying that, but he really did, So, anyways, Jeremy, there was something you were going to help us.
You wanted to make mention that is he undersheriff or is he?
He'd be is it lieutenant?
Probably lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
Yeah, Lieutenant Brett Reed is going to be retiring soon, and you said his I guess it is a party. His retirement party is what, September 4th. At the Smyrna Event Center. Yep.
And,
4 to 6.
4 to 6.
I think it's an invite. You got to RSVP, I believe.
210-4196. I hope they don't mind me giving that out on the radio. Mayor Reed, I hope that's cool. But Brett's always been a great guy.
He's a great guy. The mayor's a great lady. She did great because, like I said, I just love both that. But Brett, man, you can't beat Brett.
Yeah. No. I got a picture with the mayor in 23.
Is she pretty? You think she's pretty?
Not at liberty to discuss on the radio, but she was.
You can say a woman's pretty on the radio.
Yeah, but she was at the United Way
next generation. Y'all don't like to say anything. But Connor, have you seen our mayor?
She's a beautiful lady.
Not Joe Carr.
And she's inside and out.
She is. She's a pretty lady.
Inside and out. Inside out.
She really is. But 4 to 6 at September 4th at Smyrna Event Center at San Mateo Parkway. RSVP just 615-210-4196. So 30 years to give service to our county, to help serve and protect. Hats off to him and Sheriff Fitzhugh. I know he's gonna miss him. Chief Lauer miss him. But if you want to go, 210-4196 to RSVP. But before I go into our caller, did you want to? Because we got the barbecue here, and what's coming up, it's something you really kind of helped put this together. With,
you talking
downtown.
About the Mid-10 Hot Rodders? You talking about
the downtown Depot District merchants and?
Oh yeah. Now we'll have Teresa here in a little bit, and she will speak on that.
Yep, Ron Alley.
Yeah, and Ron, and let them speak on that a little bit. But I will mention this: the Mid-10 Hot Rodders are putting on a car show at Sam Davis' home. Same day as Wings of Freedom Fish Fry. Theirs is that day, 9 to 4.
What time? Oh, okay. Get the cars over.
And then the Wings of Freedom.
At 9.
Yeah, Wings of Freedom. Yes, and the Wings of Freedom will be fish fries at night, and a lot of them will be leaving there going to the fish fry, and both are great events.
Yes,
so
it
please
really
do attend.
Remind the listeners, it's September 13th. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right.
So that's raised about $2.3 million for nonprofits here in Rutherford County. You can't beat if people come together. People that don't even like each other come together. Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
For the common good.
It really. Your guy that still got his signs up and ran against you.
Nice. He
was even there. I didn't see anybody talking to him, but he was there. But we wasn't nice. So,
but it really is. Eric Brown's our president. Carolyn Peebles passed, and
I served on that board with her. Yes,
she wanted to honor the Tuskegee Airmen, which we're going to do.
Yeah,
and it really is a great tribute. Carolyn, she was able to help bring people together and just a peacemaker. We need more of those in the world, that's for sure. Because I see a lot of division, see a lot of butt hurt, see a lot of excessive pride. Yeah. And Carolyn, she sadly missed, but I think she had a phrase that said at the end of Rotary when she would speak, and Sean Hart would as Austin mentioned it, she'd say, behave yourselves accordingly, And but one thing about Rotary, if folks don't know about Rotary, they've really helped eradicate polio for the most part around the world. But the 4-way test, hopefully I can remember this. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Is it beneficial to all concerned? It's the 4-way test. We try to live by that. And Bob Spivey brought me into Rotary. And if you knew Bob could be a hard guy. He was a lot like Donald Trump. I mean, if there was a leader in Tennessee that was like Donald Trump, it was Bob. But Bob would often say, because we'd sit together, he'd say, if people practice that, this world will be a lot better place. Mm-hmm. And our Bible lesson this morning with Jim Winch, because you came to Sunday school with me.
Surprised you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
I knew several.
It surprised
people.
Me too.
Yeah,
well, I knew several people. I had a cousin. It was actually in there, Ed Comer. My mom and his aunt are sisters. And
Mr. Ed Comer.
Ed Comer, yeah, and of course Dick Peach. I know him. Of course Jeff, but I know Dick from over. He's a bluegrass picker. He'll come over the second Wednesday from 2 to 4 at Sam Davis' home. And
Dick Peach.
He plays. Mm-hmm.
Plays guitar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, appreciate you being there. But anyways, we were talking about generosity, and they were asking who do you think of as very generous, generous, and I mean, I thought of Bob when he paid off his church and his will.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
In fact, you've heard me share the story. I talk about God wink moments. I ended up speaking at his funeral. I was with him when he died and grabbed his hand and prayed for him. Died, he's paralyzed, and his hearse passed me the next day, and pulled over for his. I didn't know it was his funeral, who it was, and I realized it was Bob. And my wife called me. She said, "I just checked the mail. Bob mailed you a campaign donation." I mean, this guy literally was dead in the hearse, passed me in the hearse, and I got a check in the mail. Is that not cool? I shared that at Mahalo. He had to vision me. He said he's going to bring Mahalo to Smyrna. I didn't believe him. He developed Target, sold Cracker Barrels. He owned Starbucks,
and
all 3 quadrants of I-24.
And that storage unit right there in the middle of downtown Smyrna.
I mean, I think it looks pretty good. It looks
in the historical district.
It looks a lot better than
the historical storage unit over there.
I mean, they did.
Where's that at? It's right in the middle. No, it's on the end down there.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah.
But he really was a visionary. He bought the old hospital on Inland Springs and that was his idea. Turned it into a police department.
Yeah,
I remember him telling me, "Yeah, I'm going to turn it into a police department."
Well, I donated money to that, babe. You knew I did, didn't you?
Yeah, I remember. I remember when that was the hospital.
Yeah, you remember when I donated money to it?
What'd you do?
The Coke bottles back in 1966. Yeah, that's what it went to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a picture. You said a picture I showed you is at the front of the Rutherford Courier in
you were hanging out
1966
with the
right kind of kids. The right kind of kids. The right kind of kids. No, that's your cake. No,
anyways,
but we did. That's what we did. We went out, collected Coke bottles, and probably worth 3 cents or nickel back in, and had a little wagon and.
All right. Well, what we want to get into, I've got, one of the areas I've been trying to bring up is this gas station heroin. A lot of people are like, gas station heroin, what are you talking about? That's what I thought when Taylor, one guard called me last week about this, and Taylor's on the line. Taylor, you there?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, thank you for holding. Well, you called me, it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago about this?
Last week.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. Okay. And, I didn't know. I never heard of gas station heroin. And tell the listeners why you're so alarmed about this and why there's a call to action among folks and leaders to let people know how dangerous this stuff is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, my main motivation is just to bring awareness to it. Because it's being just offered up as like kratom. If anybody's familiar with kratom, that's a natural leaf that is sold in the markets and whatnot. But this stuff is a synthetic derivative of a compound that's in the kratom leaf, and they make it a lot stronger, and it's very addictive. And I just really want to bring awareness to it because it is dangerous. We have a lot of people that we are in touch with, doctors, nurses, school nurses, SROs and stuff, just getting the information out there because it is affecting a lot of people. So that's really what my motivation is. I was hooked on it for about 3 months. and by the grace of God was able to get off of it, and been motivated since then to just get the word out and try and help as many people as I can.
Well, let me, I put that on Facebook here a while back, and I've always got one guy, and he's a good guy, but he's like passionate about legalization of marijuana. And he kind of took issue at first, and then he's kind of mellowed out about it. But explain how bad this is compared to marijuana.
Well, so marijuana, everybody knows what marijuana is. You know, there's been big campaigns out against it. It's a plant that grows out of the earth. It's not synthetic. But they have been able to increase the amounts of terpenes and cannabinoids that are in the cannabis plant, and so it is a lot more highly, the high is a lot stronger than it used to be back in, say, the 70s when you're, all of that. But so these two substances are completely separate. This is called 7-OH metragenine. It is a derivative of the kratom plant. So kratom has two main compounds. It's got the 7-OH metragenine and then just regular metragenine. The 7-OH has more of like an opiate effect, and the metragenine is a little more energetic, but it also has a opiate effect if taken in large doses. So with the 7-OH, it's so concentrated, like you're getting like 0.06 milligrams in a leaf, and when you're getting the 7-OH in the gas stations, it's more like 3 milligrams. So it's a drastic difference, synthesized, compounded to create a really potent synthetic drug, and it's being advertised as kratom.
Did the store owner recommend you take it? Is that kind of how you got involved with this?
They recommend it as a higher, stronger kratom. Yes. So I've taken kratom in the past. It's not. I will say it's nothing compared to what this stuff was. I used this stuff for probably a package, maybe a package and a half, and I was hooked on it and just wanted more.
When you called me, I was in the middle of having, work done on my house, and we chatted about this, and I immediately asked the guys doing some construction, I said, hey, you ever heard of this? And they hadn't heard of it. But one of the guys the next day says, Mike, I remember you asking about this. He says, man, I was over here, and he said he was over at that Sylvan's restaurant, Sylvan Park, that was called Sylvan Park. He said, man, I heard some guys beside me that, I'll put it this way, they weren't from Walter Hill or Eagleville, put it that way,
or East Fork.
And he says, hey man, he says he heard him say, man, this stuff is worse than crack, like 10 times worse than crack, and they're making a killing. I guess they own stores. And then Marty Loveman, it was kind of a convergence of information coming at me. It was really pretty neat. And then Marty, I think it was a day or two later, he's, hey man, I want to talk to you about something. He heard me talking about it, and one of his nurses works at the VA and said they had 2 veterans that were in there that one of the market owners recommended him take it. So we got these market owners acting as pharmacists now and healthcare experts. And I had an opportunity with your help, Taylor, because you put me on this. I got to meet with TBI and speak at their dangerous drug task force at TBI headquarters this week. About 40 members there of law enforcement across East, West Tennessee, as well as Middle. But this is a serious issue that I'm hoping our county commissioners are listening, school board members are listening, will take heed. But what I'm reading here, that some of this stuff is extremely alarming. Florida took issue and banned it, but it's not the natural. Some folks saying ban kratom outright, total. I mean, what's your thoughts on that, Taylor?
Well, like I said, I've taken kratom in the past. You can take it one time, not take it. Some people use it as a supplement. I have several people I know that take it as a supplement daily because they have really bad back, really bad knees, all that kind of stuff. It's not like getting you hooked on a pharmaceutical, and it's not addictive. This stuff is incredibly addictive, and it's compared to morphine 30 times more addictive. I guess it's 15 to 30 times, depending on the manufacturer you go with. There's a bunch of different kinds out there with different strengths. But yeah, it's pretty wild.
Well, Keith Bratcher, beer board chairman, had called him last week, and appreciate. I didn't give Keith a notice. Roger called for me, and we had a raid about 12, 14 years ago. I met with AG's office this week and our legal department. They're like, "Look, this stuff's already illegal." In the form of how do you pronounce it? Is it tiaprin? Is that how it's pronounced? Tiaprin?
That may be another street name for it. I know it is 7-OH-metraginin.
Well, one of the areas, and Director Tommy Farmer had invited me, very passionate guy, and we have what they call public nuisance laws, and I know a representative out of Memphis, he passed a bill this year tightening that up. He's a Democrat out of Memphis, and I called him yesterday about some of this stuff, and so, if any law enforcement listen, I think the public nuisance is how we go at this stuff. I mean, this stuff's out in the open being sold. And now you've confronted market owners, haven't you?
I've gone to 3 markets and talked to them about it. Yep.
Did you say one of them laughed, or they laughed at you or something?
Yeah, one of them laughed, and one of them acknowledged that it was not good, but they still sell it because it's super profitable. And he congratulated me on getting off of it.
Well, really,
the other one just looked at me dumbfounded.
Well, I appreciate you having some backbone on this. Most people don't. Let's face it. It's like I said to TBI. A lot of these people are a bunch of numbnuts, man. They don't care about the community. They don't care. I had to preach a funeral last year and look over a casket of the mom and the dad of a fentanyl overdose for a young man. And that, you talk about wanting to cuss in the pulpit. Thank God I didn't. But when you see that personally, you see this infiltrate our community, and this is deep, dark stuff, demonic. And not many pastors talking about it. I mean, you've got people like Celebrate Recovery that's involved. You may have a few ministers, but most are silent. It's like the predatory lending. They're all silent today. But I was looking for the great opportunity to talk about a bunch of numbnuts. So I had that opportunity with TBI, and that's what I like about Tommy Farmer and Director David Roush. And see, the director, he lost a child to addiction, and so these guys are passionate. And I'm gonna tell you, I think people listening, start going to these stores looking for this stuff. It'll be 7-OH, won't it, Taylor?
Yeah, or some of it's 7-star, 7-tab. It's small pills, powdered, go under your tongue and melt or crush. You chew it up. And the big thing that I'm concerned about is the kids in the community.
Yes.
We have lots of people that we know that their kids have been on it, or they've been in the hospital, or even a couple nurse friends that we have. They say it's a big problem going on right now in the emergency room. So we really want to bring awareness to the parents and bring awareness to the schools, because nothing hinders a child's future like drugs does.
Yes, it's really really sad. Like I was telling that crowd of about 40, 50 folks in law enforcement, probably everybody sitting there has been touched by drugs somehow. And I appreciated one guy who, I guess he flies for National Guard on the eradication, and he's I guess retiring or moving to a different department. He mentioned the next generation, looking out for our kids and our grandkids. But I appreciate you, man. Maybe get these guys on video. I think they're going to start making. I think they've made some buys across the state, but I know that the staff at. A lot of the staff at the AG's office, Attorney General's office, they're newer. They don't really remember. They don't remember that raid that played out. It was called Operation Stuff. It's successful. They busted about 12 markets, and then you get somebody like Keith Bratcher, a 30-something-year firefighter, with some backbone, and him and the beer board went after these beer licenses. So you hit these guys in the pocketbook. But thank you. Now, also, didn't you do an interview with Channel 2?
I did do on Friday. I did. Yep, they did interview, and I gave them my story, and just gave them the whole download that I gave you, and hopefully something comes of it. Again, no one's above addiction, so it's definitely something that anybody can fall prey to. I did definitely, and now that I'm out of it, I want to do what I can to help raise awareness. So I will take any opportunity I can.
Right when I was talking to you last, I was sitting right there. by the director's vehicle at TBI headquarters, and I like this old phrase, and I don't know if it's in the scriptures, but it said, God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. And we're talking about how we've all go through experiences. Sometimes I think sometimes I've theorized that maybe God wants us to go through these to build passion and conviction. I mean, look how Gideon was used. Look how Moses was used. Look how Joseph was used, sold out by his own brothers. And the stories are there to really give us conviction and put fight in us to go after this kind of stuff. So, get these things on video if you can, and maybe start getting it to law enforcement, and hopefully our district attorney will prosecute. That's another issue, that if they're doing these investigations, hopefully the DA will prosecute and these judges will hold people accountable. And but folks, if they want more information, just go to YouTube, type in gas station heroin. You learn quickly about this stuff and how it's not only destroying lives, it's going to start really destroying lives in the next few months. It's going to get worse. And here I'm reading now, there's been I think approximately 4,100. This is according to NBC News, 4,100 deaths from 2020 to 2022. That was an investigation done by Tampa Bay Times, and linked to Kratom, So, anyways, thank you, Taylor, and thank your tell your beautiful wife I say hello, okay?
Absolutely will. God bless.
Take care, man. Hey, let's take a quick break, Connor, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about downtown merchants, Smyrna,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and we're going to have some barbecue during this commercial.
Yep.
We'll be right back.
Heating and Cooling provides residential HVAC and duct cleaning services to the Middle Tennessee area. With more than 20 years of experience, Josh Moss and the AHC team provide 24/7 service and take care to ensure whatever work you need done is done in a professional, timely manner. Contact AHC at 615-745-1676. That's 615-745-1676. Or go to their website at affordableheatingandcoolingtn.com.
Most people know that their insurance can provide them with coverage for the many life's mishaps. But I can help you also unlock discounts, save money, and get benefits with Farmers Insurance policy perks. Whether we're discussing home or auto insurance, I am here to help you understand these great perks. Call me, Mark Lewis, at 615-625-7070 for a quote, and you can get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Not available in every state. Only available with select Farmers branded policies underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate.
Want a flawless look without the wait? Step into the Vanity Zone in Smyrna, where upscale style meets everyday convenience. Specializing in precision cuts, color services, waxing, and more for men, women, and kids. All delivered by highly trained stylists with an eye for detail. And don't miss the signature hot towel refresher, the perfect finishing touch that leaves you feeling clean, relaxed, and ready for anything. Walk in or book now the Vanity Zone in Smyrna. Looking your best is always in style.
Hey everybody, my name is Marcus Manise. I am the founder and executive director of Strong in My Father Youth and Family Services. Our organization is designed to help young men growing up in homes with our fathers have a better chance at a better life and a better opportunity. Our organization is preventative, so our goal is to prevent kids from going to jail, juvenile, but live out the purpose that God truly has designed for them. For all information on our organization, if you're looking for a mentorship program and your child is between grades 2nd through 9th, we encourage you to go to our website, stronginmyfather.org, for more information. Sign up to be a part of Stronger Sons Mentorship Program. And then we're hoping that this program continue to help your son live out the true dreams that God truly has designed for them.
AFFI is Middle Tennessee's premier choice for pest, wildlife, and moisture control. They specialize in those difficult and unique cases. You can reach them by phone at 615-300-2395. That's 615-300-2395. Or stop in at 200 Glenrose Lane in Smyrna.
Hey, Middle Tennessee, it's Mark from the Safe House. Can I have your attention, please? I have an important announcement. Our president has a backbone. Thank you, President Trump. We sleep better knowing our country is protected. And speaking of protection, criminals laugh when you purchase a fake safe from a big box store. There's no better time than now than to visit the Safe House and see what a real safe looks like. Rebates now through the end of July on select brands. Our brands include Liberty, Fort Knox, and Browning. Drop by one of our locations or go to NashvilleSafehouse.com. And remember, we we don't just sell safes, we sell peace of mind.
My wife and I enjoy going by Yard Sale Inc. We usually go to both locations, the one in Smyrna as well as the one in Murfreesboro. A lot of times on Saturday mornings we stop by, and their inventory changes weekly, so you never know what you're going to see, and it's mostly open box. The name fits it. It's exactly that. It's a yard sale. If you don't totally agree with the price, the staff is always friendly and nice and willing to work with you.
That's the Yard Sale Store in Smyrna at 111 Enon Springs Road West, in Murfreesboro at 204 South Front Street, and online at bestdealintown.com.
Hi, this is Allie Dowenhauer with Isaiah 117 House. Isaiah 117 House provides physical and emotional support for children awaiting foster care placement here in Rutherford County. We are changing the way foster care begins, and those kiddos are brought to our house to hang out and wait for a foster family, and they're given everything they need. We support foster children, DCS, and foster families here in Rutherford County. Visit us at www.isaiah117house.com or visit our Facebook page, Isaiah 117 House, Rutherford County.
When I say VFW, you probably have some visions of a smoke-filled bar with a bunch of old-timers eyeballing you. Well, the Stones River VFW is doing things different. No smoke-filled rooms, no turning prospective members away, and a strong emphasis on camaraderie and community. We believe in instilling our American values in our young people through numerous programs such as Voice of Democracy, Patriots Pen, Scout of the Year, and VFW Teacher of the Year. Stones River Post intends on becoming a driving force to help, aid, and assist wartime veterans. So if you're one of those veterans with a campaign medal and you want that sense of purpose that you've been missing, then give our recruiter, Andrew Farr, a call at 615-490-5715.
Hey, I'm Floyd, and I'm inviting you to join me at CR. That's Celebrate Recovery. We meet at Family Worship Center, 3045 Memorial Boulevard on Sunday at 6 p.m. We're a 12-step Christ-centered program that offers help for all the hurts, habits, and hang-ups that's causing you pain. The program works if you work it, and I'm proof. For other CR groups, go to celebraterecovery.com and click on the group finder. Hope to see you soon.
All right, you're back. Conversation Mike Sparks. Got Roger Thomas, I think, classmate and buddy, and Rooster Bean. Rooster, how you doing?
Hey, man. Hey, the wife's going to have to be talking right now.
All right.
You about to fall asleep?
No, my throat's killing me.
Oh.
He's barbecued.
Oh. Hey, Lori, how you doing?
Fine, Roger. How are you?
Okay, I'm glad you got that right. You didn't call me Richard. But anyway, we brought the barbecue up here. You know that Marty left, and we're getting really good reviews in here. People are really eating it up. So
have they tried it yet?
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. That's why we're late getting back to.
That's overeating.
That's good stuff.
But
That's good. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and last night Rooster said y'all had to close a little early because it ran out of everything.
We did, Rooster.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Oh, it's wonderful. We've opened one in Nashville, downtown, in about, years ago on 12th and Porter. Then we've opened one in Murfreesboro, and then we opened one, in fact, 2, if not 3, right outside of Fort Worth, where I'm retired from. And we have to give this one credit. So far, yesterday was the best opening we've ever had.
Awesome. That is so awesome.
And it's not just about our food. It was, the workers that we have, the people that came in.
Yes.
Lots of old, familiar faces and a lot of new people. I didn't realize Smyrna had so many people from all over. So
oh yeah,
more than me, but it was a good day.
Yes, and like I said, the brisket, it was great. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't eat any a little bit ago because I've had it 3 days in a row. I had it soft opening. I had it Saturday, and then when I took the plate, I took me one home, and me and my wife ate that. And so
are you officially tired of it?
No, I'm just full today of it. But you'll see me this week sometimes probably.
Well, we'll get it ready for you.
But I did tell your new hours, I believe. I know it's subject to change, but Tuesdays and Wednesdays, what is that, 10:30 to 3?
Right now, 10:30 to 3, but we are going to be closed Monday. But that'll probably change once we get our staff and the training down.
Right.
We have been blessed with some of the best people So that's a good thing, but we remain consistent and point spot on, and we don't like, we have to have things followed to a T to make it the way Rooster runs it.
Right, and the two ladies you had...
Once we get that down, it takes a bit, but once we get it down, then it's a smooth running machine.
Right, and Sunday, I think you're going to do it from 11 to 3. Is that right?
Right now, and we might even take that to 7 o'clock, but right now, 11 to 3.
I know, but your two girls that were working your front desk there, they were awesome.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, yeah, I was really impressed. One was really loud, too. She kept 93, and that was me. And I said, I know I'm old. I know I can't hear. I'm kind of old, but...
No, you'll hear your number. And one of the little girls, that was her first day to ever actually work in her entire life. I had a hard time believing that, but man, she was wonderful.
Well, she was raised right. She was really good. Oh, they really were.
They're all Smyrna graduates. So
good deal.
Smyrna Hospital.
So
we have a lot of Smyrna kids working for us, and they're good.
Mike, anything you want to say, my man?
No, I just shout out, want y'all to be successful. I knew you'd have a great, just pouring out of. We were going to go there last night. I told my wife, I said, man, I know they're going to be packed. And
it's a good thing.
We hardly ever go out anywhere. I appreciate Marty, providing this. Roger, somebody just made the comment like, why am I calling Angela? Because she's coming up here. Angela Bingham does the next show. And I said, maybe she's stopping to get something to eat. And I just called her. I said, girl, what are you doing? And she didn't know who it was, and she was kind of hesitant. I said, hey, girl, what are you doing? And she goes, getting some food. And I was like, hey, I got some food up here for you. She was tickled to death. So, Angela Bingham, if you listen, make sure you give him a shout out and come over to Front Street and bring your tax stars out of Murfreesboro and bring them tomorrow. Angela's a sweetheart.
Oh, Angela's the best. Hey, she's got a great show too. She has an awesome show.
Well, thank you, folks, for doing that. We really appreciate it.
All right.
And you mentioned the hours again. I appreciate you being open on Sundays. You said 11 to 3 on Sundays?
For right now. Could possibly 7. These she was telling me, I guess you're on here. You could say it, but these hours could change.
Okay.
It can. We just have to get everybody trained and staffed correctly, and then we're on fire.
Man, it looks great. Outside looks great, and we're gonna talk with Ron Alley and his daughter-in-law Teresa Alley, and about some of the great things happening downtown Smyrna, including Bean Brothers Barbecue.
We're so excited to have you guys down there.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thank y'all.
Yeah, thank you, Laurie. Y'all have a good one. Thank you, Rooster. Have a good one. All right, bye-bye.
Okay, good one. We'll see y'all this week.
All right, bye-bye.
See you. Yeah, that was good. But Angela, it was funny. I'm going to watch her face when she comes walking in the studio here. She is sweet. But but Ron, I know Roger invited me over to the meeting that y'all do. Y'all do, I guess, is it weekly? Y'all do that?
No. Every other week, every other Friday. Coffee with the business owners and property owners in the Depot District. Yeah. Trying to create this collective voice for moving things forward in the Depot District with its redevelopment and the vision for it, and work with the town on those kind of things and investors. And so just trying to address some of the things that need to be addressed and that can help the things that we've been working on for the last 15 years move forward a little more expeditiously. So, and I'm so thankful that my daughter-in-law and my son are down there helping us do that with their business there.
We're honored to have a space that we can host and just continuing to have the conversations. It was great to have you there, and a lot of the people from the council will come and join us as well. So we've really appreciated what we're able to do to continue moving the needle. And
I was supposed to have been there. I was supposed to have been there last week, wasn't I?
Yeah, I told him 8 o'clock. He calls me at 7:30 at night. He said, "Are you ready to go?" I said, "Mike, it was 8 this morning, buddy." But he was going to be there.
I don't know why. I could have swore it was 8 at night, and Friday night, and my wife looked at me. I said, "I fixed to call that meeting." And she goes, "Why? Who has a meeting at 8 at night?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know. We got a meeting at 8 at night," and it was 8 in the morning. But Anyways,
it's just a coffee meeting, and we are trying to move some things.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your passion. You've been at this how many years now?
15 years now.
15.
This next year.
And you know what I'm gonna kid you about, right? What is the term I always say to you?
Artsy fartsy.
You're artsy fartsy, ain't you?
Yeah,
what do you say to that? What do you say to the sarcasm of folks like me who don't have any artistic ability?
You've already heard my spiel, I guess. Everybody's creative in some way. It may not be with the actual arts, but everybody's creative. We wake up, literally, we have that in our DNA, the very core of who we are, to create something.
When you look at music therapy in the Bible, who do you think of with music?
Oh, I think of David. David.
Well, that's the issue. In fact, I didn't know. I'm in a picture with Kash Patel's. Is it wife or girlfriend?
Yeah, I found it, and he didn't know who it was. I said, "You know who it is?"
He goes, "You're in a picture with Kash Patel's wife, the FBI director." I'm like, "Oh my God, what's girlfriend?" I'm like, what is this about?" Anyways, it was on music therapy. It was a resolution I passed that night, and there is power in music. But I had some music therapists in the office about a year or two ago, and it was mainly young ladies. It was all young ladies, but there was one guy, and I guess I was talking about difficulties we're going to face in life and trials and tribulations, and I got talking about sharing my faith with these young people, and I love what this young man said. He says, "Remember, David was a musician," because I was talking about David being a warrior. My mind didn't go to David playing a harp.
Yeah.
He was one of the first ones we hear about in the Bible, at least, he used his music to soothe Saul's mental issues.
Yeah.
Wow. Music therapy.
That's exactly right. So they enlisted him because he was skilled at it, and it made a difference in Saul's mental.
So how do we take, I always try to find a segue, try to pull things together, and take the Mid-10 Hot Rodders group. They got, I guess, about 1,000 members. Where the mayor and I'll be presenting them a resolution. What's September 13th? Is that right?
That's supposed to be a surprise, but that's okay.
Oh well, is it okay? Anyways,
don't say anything on here that you don't.
Tell me. I'll slip it out. But you take that 55 Chevy that I recorded, William Brindley, other day, put on Facebook. I'm out there, and my buddy Donnie Tom said, "Who's 55 Chevy's at?" I've seen it around. Double nickel is what it's called, and it's got the front end that'll flip up, and I've seen the car around Smyrna. But he's the one that painted that mural at that print shop
when he was like 18 years old. I'm thinking
he said it was 57 years ago.
I'm trying to.
And Jimmy, his little brother, I think was 8, and he was holding the paint.
Yeah.
When his older brother was painting, and the mural's still there today.
But Mike,
that's actually part of. We've included it in the new mural walking tour.
Yes.
In downtown
with the public
Smyrna.
art for downtown Smyrna.
Cool.
And if you want to come and follow that walking tour, we've got a lot of people don't know. We've got 14
Art trail.
works of public art in the downtown or right around the Depot District area, and we've created a walking tour so people can go and find out about those. They can go to the roundaboutsmyrna.org site, the new one, for all things going on in Smyrna, and find their navigation through that site of all of the public art that's down in that area.
Yeah, the one that's behind your business, your daughter-in-law's business there.
Yeah, Trellis and Vine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not all completely done, but mostly done. But
first half.
It's going to be awesome. I've seen the rendering, artist rendering. I can't wait to see that one. But speaking of your daughter-in-law, Teresa, didn't y'all have you had an event Friday night? Am I correct?
We did, yes. So we've really been, we own a studio gallery in the downtown Depot District, and one of our main visions is to just be another way of engaging with the community in Smyrna, providing ways for people to show up and to be a part of the amazing things that are going downtown. And we did a art crawl this past weekend. This was the second official one that we were doing, and you can see here we've got our little sticker, the Art Express sticker for those who complete all 12 stops. And that's been a really fun way of just bringing people out. If you get the VIP ticket, you can get ice cream at Gennardi's.
Oh, man.
And if you're looking for something else to do, again, there's that whole, all 14 murals in the downtown area. So really trying to bring to life what people already have, what's already there that people can tap into, and to celebrate that together.
And we got so many cool business down there. People missing out. And we've got the British shop now. We've got
it's so cute.
Front Street Pub.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
And a little bit off the beaten trail, but heavily treats for you. It's the old Victory House. That's another cool one. It's not quite in it, but it's right there at the edge of it. And like I said, it's just several different ones down there. It's just people need to walk it and see it. Like I said, it's just cool. It really is.
There are some good things, some good family-oriented things to do in the Depot District. So you can spend a day, you can spend an afternoon, you can spend an evening, getting food, and then going and seeing some of these things, depending on what's going on. The bigger events that happen during the year bring somewhere between 8 to 10,000 people into the area, like Depot Days, like Simply Smyrna celebration.
And that's the 27th, am I right?
Depot Days coming up on the weekend of the 27th. It's Friday night and Saturday.
It's a car show Friday night.
Right.
And then, that's a big one.
Yeah, it's driven by SIMA, Smyrna Independent Merchant Association. We give a shout out to them. They do some great things in the community related to shop local and supporting small businesses. Yes. And then Carpe Artista, of course, opens up the season back in June with Simply Smyrna celebration. They kind of close it down there at the end of September. With that event.
I was telling you all the day, because that's the first meeting I'd been to, and I got to have lunch with the Consulate General of Japan. And it was really surreal, me talking about Nissan and working there, and Major Walls, Omni-Hood, and just some of that history. But what intrigued me while I was sitting with the Japanese staff, they had a picture of the Smyrna Train Depot in the dining room. Yeah. I thought, man, that is so cool. And I kind of wondered, I thought maybe they just put it there because I'm there. I didn't know. But there's 200 companies, in Tennessee that are Japanese companies, and they were concerned about tariffs. They're concerned about that. Yeah. But they were sweet folks. And got to have some sake, even though I don't drink. You ever had sake? Ever had that? Which I don't drink.
I have one time.
But anyways, it was really surreal, and got to share with my friend my friend that never came home from Iraq that I trained at Nissan, Freddie Hahn, and. But I do think,
and of course, we've got the park downtown.
Well, yeah,
the Zamba
we
Park,
talked about
the walking park, which people, the majority of Smyrna doesn't even know it's there, and it's a quarter of a mile loop walking.
No,
it is.
Are you serious?
Yes, absolutely, it is. Mike
That's
Moss,
a quarter mile.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is. It is a quarter of a mile if you take that loop.
Really?
According to Mike Moss, director of Parks and Rec.
Let's blame it on him. He's wrong.
He's the one who.
That's a quarter mile.
On that loop.
But if it don't look like a quarter mile, but anyways, if you think
what he said.
Well, I was asking Marty the other day, because he knows so much history of Smyrna. He had a business right there at the end of the I call them the Barnett buildings on the left. What's the coffee shop now on the far end? What's it called?
It just changed hands, so it's got a new owner.
But I said,
I can't remember.
What city?
My Soul?
Yes, that's right.
But if you think of a city in Tennessee, I don't know of a city that has more of a connection to Japan than Smyrna, Tennessee.
For real?
Is there anyone? Is there one?
Not that I know.
We're Smyrna's considered the sister city to Zama, Japan.
Yep.
So. Matter of fact, there's a whole program, a student exchange program that a lot of people don't know still goes on. Had a group go to Japan, students and parents, just last month actually. So
yeah, that would be neat. Their names are, here's the cards.
Oh, you've got the cards.
I gave. Well, I think y'all got a copy
we
of
took
them,
pictures. Yep.
And I couldn't pronounce it, but I'm going to try to pronounce it. It's Watanabe Shinja, who's the Consul General of Japan, and his Deputy Consul General Matasu Tara Yamasaki, and Consul Economic Affairs Mitsura Sinozaki. Is that good? Is that good?
I'm going to trust you for that. Okay. So, but I'm also I'm going to be sure I'm not accompanying you to Japan because they won't.
Well,
they won't understand.
I did hear because the Secretary of State called me this week, and I told him about that meeting, and he goes, "But Mike, you don't drink," and I said, "But in Japan, do as the Japanese do," you know. But I heard they're kind of like partiers, aren't they?
You're asking me. I don't know that much about
Japanese.
So.
That's what I heard. Like that's how they do business. You know, that they drink a lot of sake.
Drink while you're doing business is what you're doing.
You know.
Were you trying to pronounce these names, Mike?
Yeah, it was rough. But I remember I was sharing with them.
Do you want to take a try?
I can try. Yeah.
I can remember when Marty's still on hold. Yeah, let's go to Marty real quick. But I was sharing with them. I can remember working at the Omni. A lot of folks that are my age can remember when Datsun was first announced coming to Smyrna. You know, and my mother would always remember what I said.
That was my first automobile. Was a Datsun.
Was it Datsun? Really?
Yeah.
Datsun what?
B210.
B210. Sally Walls had a Datsun B210.
Hatchback.
Yeah, Sally's was a coupe.
I wore that thing out.
Did you? They're good little vehicles, you know.
I could pack a whole sound system and all my gear and everything in the back of that B210.
Really? Where were you at?
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga's a nice place. Let's go to our historian Marty Luffman, and Marty's on there. Marty, you there?
I'm here.
Thank you for being so patient.
I had a Datsun 240Z.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Nash had a Datsun 280Z fastback.
Yep.
We were in at the time. And I don't know if you remember Grizzly's Bar and Grill over there.
Yep.
Barbara Porter's there now, I think.
Yeah.
Porter's there. Barbara Porter is got her there. But that was originally, when Nissan came to Smyrna, that was a sushi bar.
I don't remember that.
Wow.
I do. Well, you're not old enough. You probably wasn't born yet.
That was ahead of the time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sushi bar.
Well, a lot of the Japanese coming to Smyrna, you know, they love that. And that's where I got hooked on it. They would take me over there to eat with them. It wasn't easy getting used to that stuff, but you can get addicted to that real quick. That's good.
Yeah.
But Marty, didn't you have your insurance? Didn't your insurance agency start right there at that former Red Bicycle place? What's the name of it?
Is it the Red Bicycle, or I think
no,
it's another
Trace, what is it?
there?
It's Mize Soul, MAIZ Soul, Maze Soul, Mize Soul.
Okay.
Man, I've seen some posts. I haven't made it there yet, but it looks amazing and some good food.
But that's where your original State Farm was located?
Yeah. Right there on the corner. It didn't look as near as good, but it was right there.
That's back when Smyrna had the 3 red lights.
Oh,
the road.
I don't remember. Yeah.
You remember the 3 red lights.
I remember Dwayne Lux and I used to race our Corvette from street light to street light in Smyrna.
I tell you.
On that one street.
Well, I know Councilman Jerome Dempsey brought up to me about, and y'all's group, about lowering the speed limit.
Yeah, we've been talking about some things in our meetings.
What's the speed limit there right now?
It's 40.
It's 40 right there?
Yeah.
Okay. What do people feel like it needs to be taken
50.
to?
It's 50 because...
well, people are doing 50.
People
okay.
That's right.
Yeah. Folks like Marty Luffman.
Yeah.
You know.
Driving his Corvette.
But it was funny back we had 3 red lights in a row. Right in that little area, just 1, 2, 3. Anyways, it's some of the things you see back in Smyrna were kind of comical, you know.
Well,
you know, I'll be celebrating 50 years September the 1st. And boy, I have seen a lot of changes in Smyrna.
You have, haven't you, Marty?
Oh man, I've seen a lot of changes.
Marty, before we lose a thought here, you've got an event. Is that okay to talk about on the air? September 4th?
Sure. I wish you would, yeah.
Yeah, and tell us about what it's going to be at Micah Bella's.
Micah Bella, yeah, it's open to the public. Anybody who wants to come, I'd be welcome to have them there. is September the 4th. I'll be celebrating 50 years, my 50-year anniversary. I'll be celebrating there, and there's going to be a lot of food. There's going to be a band that plays all 1950s music. And Jeanette Elrod is going to be singing during their breaks, and she's going to be doing 50s music.
And that starts at 6?
Yeah.
And that's open to everyone, right?
Open to anybody who wants to come. I'd love to have everybody show up.
Yeah. Are you doing RSVP or what?
No.
Just tell them to come on.
Show up and have food and eat and drink. That's fine.
And tell us about Macavella, if folks may not know about it. Look it over on Jefferson Pike.
Well, that's probably one of the most historic homes in Nashville, Smyrna area. You know, that's out there on Jefferson Pike. I think that goes back to the late 1700s, and it was a plantation at one time with several thousand acres. It also had a horse race track out there, and there's a cave that goes underneath it, and the cave runs from Hobson Pike to the water, the lake over there. Right. And the troops that surrounded Murfreesboro, the federal troops that came through that cave, through Walter Hill and up to Murfreesboro.
Well, I've heard that story. I mean, I don't know if that's true. Is that true?
Oh, no, I just made it up.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. Yeah, I know there's a lot of caves in Rutherford County. There's no doubt. I mean, there's no doubt, you know. And that's one reason why, you know, Jefferson Pike, Old Jefferson is still there, because of the cavernous areas. Am I right, Roger? Right. Roger in the background. But, you know, they sadly took their land. And, you know, that's what we heard Mr. Charles Jones make the comment of the day, that he put up $2 million. He just feels like that land needs to be put. You could never get it back to the heirs. I mean, but the picnic table's still out there. That's one reason I'm glad that we've got.
The picnic table's still there. Last time I was on that trail, it was, yeah.
Well, that's why I'm glad Commissioner Rick Hall's there. It'll be his district, and he's passionate about that area. He rides horses out there, and you know, maybe this stuff can come to fruition. It may not happen in my lifetime. Maybe it happens in Teresa's lifetime, or Jeremy's lifetime, or Connor's, or my grandbaby's lifetime. Well, thank you so much, Marty, for calling in.
Well, I want to tell you one more thing about that trail out there.
Yep.
I don't know how many people know this, but in 1975, I cut that trail for the Corps of Engineers to run from Knight's Mill to Walker Hill for horseback riding.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
All right.
Yep, thank you.
All right, bye, y'all.
Thank you. Marty? We got a couple minutes left, so go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
I'm going to acquiesce to Teresa here to tell you a little bit more about the Art Express, because it's a family-friendly event, and just some of the things that they're doing. And
so just wanted to make sure that we shared a little bit about on the Facebook post I posted Roundabout Smyrna. That is a... you can follow them on social media. You can also check out the website and sign up for newsletters. That is part of the Town of Smyrna's Arts and Culture Committee, which I'm a part of as a representative of Trellis and Vine Gallery. And we have lots of events going on, but the art crawl is October 17th. That's the next.
Do you have any booths available?
We do. Yes, we're about to open up for artists to apply, and we'll be filling that out very shortly.
Again, they can reach you at
trellisandvine.art or through Roundabout Smyrna.
All right. Thank you, Ron Alley.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Beans Barbecue. Shout out to
Barbecue.
And thank you, Marty. And we all wait for Angela Bingham to come up. Thank y'all. See you next week.